to my channel. My name is Veronica. In the next 5 videos, I'm going to share with you some tips and hacks and things that I bring with me on the trips and just different travel essentials that you might need for your vacation. In the last couple of years, I flew from United States for the trips that only lasted 4 days. And that was in Cuba, in Dubai, in Egypt, and even Iceland. And I brought those travel essentials with me that would be great for carry-on bags or something that you don't have to check into the luggage. For those shorter vacations, you need your travel essentials kit. And a lot of times you're looking for ways to minimize those essentials, shampoos and toothpaste and things like that. Plus you have to worry about your space in the carry-on. So when I was looking for essentials on Amazon that would last me for 3 or 4 days of those shorter vacations, I came up with a list of mini essentials that are great for travel, for your carry-on. They don't take a lot of space in your bag and you can bring it anywhere, even for longer vacations, just in case you need some extra when you run out of your other essentials that you pack in your luggage. I will start showing you my essentials with the actual mini bag that I can pack those essentials in. So here is the bag that I found on Amazon. What I love about this bag is it's see-through, and it's great when you have smaller essentials. It's kind of hard to see them in your regular cosmetic bag or your toiletry bag, especially if it's really small and they fall at the bottom. Now you have to dig in or you have to throw everything out of your bag in order to find the essential. And this little bag, not only you can see through every little compartment, but then you can also organize them accordingly. So this bag has a little latch here, and you can hang them in the bathroom. So wherever you're going on the cruise, maybe you're going on a mini vacation or you're going on the longer vacation and you're only bringing your carry-on essentials. So this thing can hang off the shower, off any kind of hanger that you have in the bathroom, but you can have all of your essentials in these compartments and they're see-through. Nowadays, it is required to have see-through bags with all your toiletries, but some airports are getting away from that rule and they don't really ask you to put everything in the clear bags. But for me personally, I like the clear bags just because it's easier for me to see what's inside of those compartments. If I'm looking for one little thing and I don't want to dig through the whole bag of my travel toiletries in order to find it. So the see-through is an awesome idea for me personally. It has a couple of leak-proof compartments with a zipper, so you can put all your essentials in there. And it has a mesh pocket in here as well. So I think this bag is big enough for all the necessary travel essentials if you're going for a shorter vacation. And it is not something like 2 or 3 weeks. So the first set of mini travel essentials that I'm going to share with you is the dental hygiene essentials. You can bring some liquids. You can purchase the smaller Listerines and smaller toothpastes at any drugstore. But if you are carrying enough of everything else, like shampoos and things like that in your carry-on, you really would like to avoid bringing anything that is liquid, and you would prefer probably to get something that is dry, like sheets or mini tablets. So let me show you what I found. Do you know that instead of the toothpaste, you can purchase little tablets? And those tablets you just chew, and then you can brush your teeth just like with any normal toothpaste and rinse it off. Those toothpaste tablets are super small. It has 14 little tablets, and those tablets are great for brushing your teeth morning and nighttime. So this little thing can replace your toothpaste for 7 full days. And that's great because then you don't have to carry or worry about those extra liquids in your carry-on bag. When I saw them online, I actually purchased additional ones, refills, for this tint because I like the size of how small it is. So when I run out for the first 7 days, I can always put more. And you can purchase the toothpaste in tablets with fluoride or without fluoride, depending on your sensitivity and your preference. So when you're picking a toothbrush to take with you on the trip, there are a lot of choices, of course. And you can bring your favorite toothbrush instead of worrying about any compact toothbrushes. But they have all kinds of variations of these compact brushes online that open up, and you can actually easily pack it in your pocket or your carry-on. But my preference is electric toothbrushes, and I'm kind of hooked on them at home. But I personally don't want to bring my large toothbrush that has a battery, that has a charger, and it's just too heavy to carry. So instead, I found the electric toothbrush that is also compact. And I do really like these. I purchased a couple of them online, different colors, and I put it in different bags. And then it also vibrates just like your regular toothbrush, but it's compact size. It uses a AAA battery, and I do love that it's so small and it still gives me that feeling of electric toothbrush. I floss every day at home, And I really don't like those string flosses where you have to use your fingers and put it in your mouth. So I found this compact floss that comes in a little case, and there are about 6 or 8 of them in there, and it should be enough for any trip that you're taking. And I like that you can close it. It doesn't get dirty. You don't have to put anything on the counter. And this is a great way also to floss while you're traveling. If you're using mouth rinse, they do sell those smaller Listerine bottles that you can take with you on the trip. But again, it's more liquid that you have to bring in your carry-on bag or even to put in your pocket. Instead, you can bring a couple of varieties of Listerine. There's a spray that you can use on the airplane instead of the gum in case you want to have the fresh breath. There are 2 of them in this package. You can easily put one of them in your pocket instead of the gum. And the other little sheets of Listerine that doesn't have any liquid that you probably see in the stores everywhere. There's a pack of 3 of them. They come in little packages, super easy to put in your pocket or put in your carry-on bag, but it has little sheets. So if you do need some fresh breath, you would like to kill the germs, you just take one of the sheets out, put it in your mouth, and it pretty much dissolves in your mouth. The next vanity items for the ladies is the little mirror. And I really like these little mirrors because actually you can travel with them. You can put it in your makeup bag. You can put them in your pocket. They're super small, but on one side it's a regular mirror. On the other one is an enlarged mirror. It turns the light on as well. So of course you're going to have a small mirror in some of those makeup items, but this specific one is very convenient to put in your pocket. It has the light because all the other ones don't. Maybe you're in the public bathroom, you would like to touch up your makeup. This mirror has lights and I love that about it. And it's very compact. You turn it off, it comes with a battery, and you will probably eventually need to change the battery in the back. I've had this mirror for probably a year now, and I haven't had to replace the battery, so it lasts, but it's so compact. I really like how small it is. The other thing for the ladies is the hairbrush. Yes, they have all kinds of compact hairbrushes online, but some of them still appear rather bulky for me. So what I found online is this little hairbrush, and I bought a whole bunch of them just because it not only folds, but you can put it in your little purse, you can put it in your pocket. It fits everywhere, and it can brush your long hair or short hair, whatever you like. But I like that it opens up. It has the finer brush on the left. It has the regular brush on the right. It's enough to brush long hair. It folds easily, and you can put it in any pocket or any little purse. So let's talk about hand sanitizing and how do you go to public bathrooms during your travels, maybe even on the plane. So it could be a public bathroom right outside some attraction. Even in Europe, you will not see all of those sanitizing necessities for your hands. So there are a couple of essentials that I bring with me all the time because you never know what can happen when you're doing sightseeing, when you're hiking. The first thing is the toilet seat covers. Yes, you can have an emergency. Yes, you might need to use it. The other thing that you should definitely bring on any of your trips is the toilet paper. So you can actually use your home toilet paper, make a little roll, put it in your pocket, or you can purchase these toilet tissues online. They have them compacted already. They come in a little case. Or a lot of times I just take it out of the case and put it in my pocket. But if you're in the public bathrooms, if you're in the new country, you will definitely need it. Check out my video about Cuba and some of the conditions of the bathrooms I encountered when I went there. So this toilet paper was absolutely essential. I'm going to leave a link in the description below for you to check out the video, and you can see some of those crazy fun stories from Cuba. Let's talk about compact tissues. I know it's a very basic thing that you never probably think about unless you're on the plane or you might need some tissues or you have cold. So just recently I went with the kids on a trip to the Grand Canyon, and everybody was sick. Everybody was blowing their noses, so I had to bring some tissues with me. And I brought a couple of packages of this, and to be honest with you, after 3 or 4 days, I ran out of them pretty quickly. So after I ran out of them, I had to stop at the gas station and purchase more tissues. To my surprise, they didn't have any compact tissues, and actually they had large boxes of tissues, and I had to pay for one box of tissues about $6 or $7. I was in shock because I know if you go to Costco, Walmart, you can get actually 6 of them for the cost of $6, but they didn't have any other tissues except for that large box of tissues. So in Arizona, in the United States, I had to purchase a box of tissues for $6. So now imagine if you're going overseas and now you need some tissues. So when I'm talking about compact, I'm not talking about those tissues that are kind of thick and you have to put it in the pocket. I still think they're pretty large. I did find these that are smaller because they're kind of folded on both sides. You can put in your pocket, you can put in your purse, but it's a lot more compact. So definitely get a bunch of them, bring it with you because you will need the tissues for not just noses, for makeup, for just even drying your hands if you're going to a public bathroom. Once on the plane, you want to sanitize your hands. There are different bottles that you can bring in with hand sanitizer, the smaller bottles that you can attach to your bag. But recently, I discovered these little sanitizers, and they are the size of the credit card. So extremely small. It fits in your hand. You can put it in your pocket. They're flat. And these are spray bottles. So I'm going to leave the link in the description below for all the products that I'm showing you today. So definitely check it out. These are a lot more advanced than the ones that I was purchasing before. So the other sanitizers that are gels can leak in your purse, and I had them leak all over the place. I even purchased some of those hand wipes with a sanitizer, but those things leak as well. So research them on Amazon and throw a couple of them in your bag for your travel. The hotel where you will be staying, unless it's an American hotel like Marriott or Hilton, they might not have all the necessities that you're expecting. And we're talking about the actual soap. Some hotels I've been to didn't have enough soap. Maybe they will give you a very tiny bar of soap for your hand washing, but it's usually not enough for the shower. So what I started doing is I started bringing my own soap. It could be a local hotel or Airbnb. Do you know if they're going to have enough supplies for you to wash your body, to wash your hands and things like that? If you've been traveling a lot, you probably have collected some soaps from the other hotels, those mini soaps. A lot of times I just take them and throw it in my bag if I already brought my own soap. But in many of those other countries, they might give you liquid soap. They might not give you a bar of soap for your hands, and it might be not even any soap available for you. So bring your own. So what I did was I went on Amazon and I purchased a box of little soaps that I can take with me on the trip. And these are the little soaps that I'm talking about. They do have different varieties of the soaps, so you can get larger size, you can get smaller size. I thought this would be enough for a couple of days of showering or washing my hands if I'm going to the hotel. This way I can use it up without leaving anything behind, and I can put a bunch of them in my bag, so when I need it I can always have an extra one. So let's say you went to the public bathroom and there is no soap or no hand sanitizer. Let's say you ran out. So my backup plan would be the dry soap. And I found these soap sheets. You can purchase a bunch of them online very inexpensively, but these little things, as you see, they're very small, so they can fit in your hand, they can fit in your pocket or your purse. But this is the dry soap. So before you use it, make sure your hands are dry. Don't use it with wet hands because these sheets dissolve on your hand. So as soon as your hands get wet, they get very foamy. So when you're using them or you're taking them out of this little container, make sure your hands are dry. And for the hand towel or any kind of wipes, I found these portawipes. And what it is a tablet. It's rather small. You can put it in your pocket again. All you need to do is to get this tablet wet. And then it expands and you can either dry your hands with it. You can use it instead of the toilet paper if there is none. And yes, it's going to be wet, but at least you have an alternative for paper towels or toilet paper in case you run out and you need a backup plan. If you're going on the plane for long hours, it's nice to wipe your face after you were sweating for maybe 5, 6, 10 hours and maybe apply your moisturizer at the end. So some of those wipes that I showed you earlier are probably good for just your hands. Wipe your body with it. But for your face, and especially for women, I would recommend to bring some of those Neutrogena makeup removing wipes, because then it will take all the dirt off. It will moisturize your face. Maybe if you had some makeup, it will take it off as well. But after the long day, and if you don't want to use the water in that public bathroom or airport bathroom, this is a great way to just clean up your face. If you're going on a trip that is 3 or 4 days long, maybe you don't need to wash your hair every day. Maybe you have a bar of soap for shampooing your head if you have short hair, or you can use the one that they're providing in the bathroom in that hotel. But for some of you who have long hair like myself, those shampoos are not good enough. And for me to redo my hair, to wash my hair in that destination is going to take a lot of hassle because I do like my own shampoo. I will have to bring my own mini shampoo bottle. And I also have to bring all kinds of tools for drying my hair, straightening my hair, or curling my hair. It's at least 2 or 3 electronic appliances that I have to bring to fix my hair and style it. And without my hair going out of control, I can actually use a dry shampoo instead. So on some of those shorter trips, rather than washing my hair in the hotel, what I do is I bring the dry shampoo. I also had some spray bottles that I used to bring with me. This dry shampoo with a sponge, you can put it on your roots. It will definitely eliminate any of that itchiness of your scalp. It will absorb oil in the air. It will not leave any residue. And actually all the styling that you did prior to the trip will remain. So it's a great way to wash your hair temporarily after that 3 days, because I usually wash my hair after 3 days and I don't have to style. I don't have to bring those extra products or electronics to fix my hair, especially if you're going to the foreign country and you don't have to worry about outlets and making sure your blow dryer works. So this is a quick solution for short or long hair if you don't have time to style it, if you don't have time to wash it or fix it. So this is probably one of the best things I discovered over the last couple of years, where I can use dry shampoo instead of washing and styling my hair. The other thing that I always bring with me is the toilet spray. And they come in those little bottles. This is Poo-Pourri, and for a weekend or a week-long vacation, that should be enough because, as you know, they're very concentrated. You spray it once or twice in the toilet before you go to the bathroom. In the cruise cabin or in the hotels that have really small bathrooms, this toilet spray is usually essential. You don't have to bring the big bottles, you can just bring the mini ones. So now let's talk about protection from the sun and any kind of SPF or sunblock. Most of those bottles are pretty large. You can put in your luggage bag, but what if you only have carry-on? Some of those international airports will not allow you to bring aerosols. Check out my video about airport nightmare that I went through recently a few months ago when I went to South America. The sun was brutal. I had to bring sunblock and I was traveling without luggage because of all the stops I was making through South America. So the aerosol spray that I had in my bag, they threw away. They did not allow it on the plane for boarding. As soon as you get off the plane, maybe you're on the bus or walking to the bus stop or walking to your hotel or even just browsing and sightseeing, you do need sunblock. And you don't know really where to purchase it right away. The hotel you'll be staying at, maybe Airbnb or maybe a local hotel, they will not provide you the sunblock. So you need to bring something with you, and something maybe that will fit in your carry-on and that will be safe to bring on board of the plane. So I have a few options of sunblock that I bring with me, and these are the little sticks. They have larger size of the sticks as well in other brands, but the two that I discovered were the most practical and the most useful were the one from Banana Boat, and that's for the baby. It's 50 plus SPF sunblock. The reason I like Banana Boat for babies is because if you put it on your face and let's say you sweat, the water gets into your eyes, this sunblock is tear-free. So for babies, they make the products that will not itch your eyes, that will not burn it. So I love the baby products for that purpose, and that's great for your face if you're worried about burning your face as soon as you get off the plane, or burning your hands, your feet, whatever is open areas on your body. And let's say this is all you have. So this would be a great first aid, something that is a stick that you can just rub on your skin without having any liquid in your bag or aerosol. So this sunblock is also for children, 50 plus SPF, but the difference with this one is it's coral reef safe. So if you're going snorkeling, if you're going to some of those beach vacations, the islands, the Caribbean, this sunblock will be the only one allowed if you're going on the snorkeling trip. Last time I went to Aruba and went on the snorkeling trip, they would not allow me to use the regular sunscreen or regular spray that I brought with me in the luggage because it was not reef safe. So I had to use something they provided on the boat, and that sunscreen was pretty nasty. It was very sticky, it was super white, so everybody who was using it looked like the white ghosts. And it's fine if you're putting it all over your body, but you know what? If you're putting it on your face, you don't want it to itch or burn your eyes, this will be a best solution for that, because if you like snorkeling, if you like to be in the water, if you want to protect the environment, you need to bring the sunblock that will be reef safe. So going back to that South American airports, and the video I was telling you about. The other thing that they made me throw out, it was the bug spray. And again, I had a little bottle of that is aerosol bottle. So they told me not to bring that anymore. You have to bring either cream or a stick. So I found a stick online that is also compact. So that's a great way to bring something for bugs if you're worried about it, if you're going to some of those hot, exotic Amazonian countries. And this is the bug spray. Yes, it is stinky. It smells the same way as some of those bracelets that you buy online. I don't like the bracelets, but this one has a good cover, so it closes completely, so the smell does not escape. So if you're traveling in the summertime and you need to bring a shaving kit, so I found this kit that has all-in-one. It has 2 razors in it, soap and water. So you can actually use this razor on the go. You don't have to worry about buying any of those additional razors. Everything is compact. You won't cut yourself if you throw it in any of your pockets because everything is closed. It has little holes for air, so it will dry off. And it's very convenient to carry all of your shaving necessities in one place. I really like this little thing. In the next couple of weeks, I'm going to make a video about the travel gadgets and things that you can bring on the plane, like earplugs or the mask that has a special Bluetooth and things like that. So please don't forget to subscribe and click that notification button so you get notified when that video is released. In the meantime, let me show you the earplugs that I found that are perfect for sleeping and extremely comfortable. So they come in this little container, and these earplugs is a great replacement for some of the other ones that I didn't find as comfortable, or it would hurt my ear, I couldn't sleep, I could hear the sounds. This one plugs in perfectly. They come in different sizes, so you can choose what fits your ear best. But they're also made out of silicone. And since I'm a side sleeper, a lot of times the earphones or earplugs hurt my ears if I'm sleeping on that side. They're compact, they come in a little case. So check them out. They block the noise and they help me fall asleep as well. So the other day I was watching one of the travel videos from somebody else, and they showed me this little tool that actually has multiple tools in one. So it got my attention because it has the size of the credit card and it's super small, but it has so many different things in it. You get a magnifying glass, you get scissors, you get nail file, you have a toothpick, and you have a ball pen in it. You also have a little pin if you have to reset your phone. And I found it extremely useful on the last trip with the kids when my child needed to put a battery inside of the game, and it was extremely small bolt in it. This has 4 screwdrivers in one, and I was able to fix the game by putting the battery in the game with one of these screwdrivers. I loved it because you can use little screwdrivers for anything else, maybe fixing your glasses, maybe even your headphones, or a mirror has a little compartment with a screw that you need to open. So this is a very useful thing. You can use it for so many things. I had some pain, so I had to take the pill. And as you know, some of those travel pill bags are so hard to open. So you need scissors, so you need to cut something with the scissors. Maybe you purchase something that has a fabric string and there is no way you can just pull it apart. You have to actually cut it. So the scissors and some of those tools can be so useful, not only for the plane, but for any other emergencies you might have in the foreign country in that remote destination. So I mentioned that I bring medications with me, and most of you probably bring medications as well. But in one of my next videos, I'm going to talk about the emergency kit for the plane and for your trip, for your vacation, that you should always consider bringing. And some of those medications will be a lifesaver, especially if you ate something in the new country, your stomach gets upset. So I'm going to cover those in my next video. But in this one, I would like to talk about the pill cases and maybe the cases for your vitamins and for any other essentials, maybe small things that you would like to bring with you on the plane. So some of the recommendations I saw online were the plastic pillowcases, and I have a bunch of them. I also purchased 2 of them that actually can fit vitamins. It can fit your pills in there. It has a closure here, and you can arrange your pills inside of the case, mark them down on what they're for. And as much as I do like it sometimes to put it in my pocket for the plane, if I'm bringing vitamins, or if I'm bringing my essentials or some medications that I'll be taking on the plane, what I personally don't like about these boxes is, first of all, it's not airtight and it's plastic. So sometimes when I go to get my pills, it's hard to open some of these compartments. And when you do pull it, and maybe if you pull it too hard, the whole thing comes off. Look at this. The whole thing that was covering all my pills can come off, And not only you can drop it on the floor and make a mess, they can mix up. So that stuff about these plastic containers is definitely not something that I like too much. So for me, I would like to arrange the pills that I'm taking maybe for my 1 week vacation or 2 weeks vacation, and I would like to be organized. I would like them to be airtight and waterproof. These pill cases will not be the best way to handle that. So those metal pill containers might be a little bit heavier than I would prefer, but at the same time, it's not only waterproof, it's airtight, and it can keep all my medications or my vitamins in the cooler place because they're even cool to the touch. So if you put any of your vitamins in there, and it has actually markings for each day of the week, so you know which ones you took, which ones you didn't, but it has this little container that will provide that protection for your medications or for your vitamins, especially the ones that are like fish oil, that are liquid and not the hard ones. It can melt down in this plastic containers, especially in the extreme heat, depending on where you're going. But these are not only compact, you can actually separate it, split it up, put it in different bags. And this is a smaller one that I have for each day of the week. It has 7 days. I found a little bigger one online as well that is also airtight and waterproof, and you can fit more pills or vitamins in it. And it also closes up very tight, or you can put the whole thing in your bag depending on what your preference is. I found personally these pill containers much more durable, heat resistant, and just the environment resistant. Because if you're going into the humidity and hot climate, your other pill containers that are plastic might not survive it. So I want to make sure that whatever medication I bring doesn't melt down and it stays safe and dry. So let's say you're traveling to a new destination and the weather forecast shows a lot of rain, but you don't want to bring the umbrella. Maybe you have a hood that you can place on your head in case it gets wet, or some kind of raincoat, or you can bring one of these one-time use ponchos that you can attach to your bag, and you can use it right away as soon as you get off the plane. During travel, there are all kinds of situations that can arise. On the plane, they will give you water. At the destination, you might have the bottled water. You might be able to buy water, or you have filtered water. But you do need to consider any kind of circumstances. What if I need to bring my own cup or my own water bottle? For that, there are some collapsible things you can bring. Number one thing is a cup. So this is a collapsible cup. Look how small it is. And it opens up. You can pour tea, coffee, or water in it. You can close up the cup and you can collapse it again for next use. There are so many things you can use it for, not just for drinking, but you can even use it for a little snack or to store something in this cup. The other thing that is extremely helpful is a collapsible water bottle. On the plane or during your travels, you might have a bottled water, or you might be given a little cup of water or ice, and you would like to fill it up at the water fountain or bring it with you. So maybe you do not want to carry some of those reusable water bottles, especially some of those bulky ones that you might not want to use on the plane, and you would like to rather check them into your luggage. So on the plane, you might want to use something compact to fill it with water, with soda, maybe even with wine, depending on what you're drinking. So I found this collapsible 25-ounce water bottle, and look how thin and how flat it is. So you open up the top in order to expand it. And as you see, it turns into a full-size 25-ounce water bottle. So you can hold on to it. It has a little handle here. It has a spout for drinking. So I have some other collapsible water bottles, and not only they're not as compact as this one, but they would also leak. This specific bottle I love because it doesn't leak. It closes the spout, and there's no way the water comes out. So that's why I really, really like this. The other thing that you should definitely bring on the plane is electrolytes. You can add some flavor to your water. It's sugar-free, calorie-free, so it's going to be extremely helpful for you to get hydrated. Now let's talk about the last few handy items that you will need for any travel or any trip. These items are related to storage, storing your carry-on bag or putting something in the locker or leaving it in the hotel room, because a lot of times when you arrive to your destination, the rooms are not ready. So what do? You need to stash your bag somewhere, and a lot of times you can leave it at the hotel lobby. So what I do is I put a couple of locks in my bag that will help me lock up my bag if I'm leaving it with the receptionist at the hotel or any locker. Maybe there is a locker at the airport, and you want to make sure that you put any valuable items in the secure pocket and lock it up. I literally keep these two lockers in my luggage bag and the carry-on bag, because if you're going to leave your bags while you're exploring the city, you want to lock them up and you don't want anybody getting in your bags to just see what you have. So now I'm going to talk about my favorite storage item, and that's a grocery bag that I bought online. I bought a bunch of them. I have 3 of them that I also keep in my luggage bags or carry-on bags, just in case I have some overflow, if I'm buying souvenirs, if I need to put my sweater, put it under my seat, or any other small items that I get out of my pockets and that I need to store someplace, I bring these bags with me. Look how small they are. These are fabric and they're made out of very strong material, so you can literally put it on your shoulder, you can put it under the seat. I tie it up and I put valuables in it if I'm on the bus, if I'm on the plane. But these are my go-to items for any kind of overflow, or instead of using those empty grocery bags or plastic bags that a lot of people just use, or stashing things inside of their carry-on above your seat if you're sitting down on the plane. These you can keep with you because they can be as small or as big. If you're not allowed to have a lot of personal items or carry-on items, these bags nobody will pay attention to. Just because it's similar to you buying something at the airport and putting souvenirs or putting your new purchases in this bag, nobody is going to question them. And please take a look how big they become. So it has a little pocket, and that's how it folds into a little pocket. But these bags are very roomy. If you're going on any bus tour, any tour, walking around, it doesn't take much space to put it in your pocket or put it in your purse. But these bags can be a saver just in case you have some extra souvenirs and you have no place to put them. Or even if you want to put your sweater or your jacket someplace, rather than carrying it around, you can put it in one of these big bags. An alternative to those shopping bags can be a backpack that is also found online on Amazon, and it's extremely small. Look how small this backpack is. It fits in this little bag. It's super light, so it doesn't take any room in anything. You can literally put it in your pocket. And this thing can be attached to your purse, it can be attached to your backpack or anything that you're carrying with you. That these are extremely handy as well for a sweater, for a jacket, to put away any valuables and put it under your seat. It is also very cool because it is a backpack, so it has the straps that will go on your shoulders. So if you prefer to carry things on both shoulders rather than the shopping bag that I showed you, you can get one of those little backpacks. I have a couple of them as well, so my kids have one. I can put a water bottle in it, a couple of clothes, I can put some valuables. It zips up and it hangs very neatly on my back. And this is how it looks like. It's not very big. I put one sweater in it, but it can actually fit 2 or 3 sweaters, maybe a larger jacket. It has a pocket for your water bottle in here. It zips up, and the biggest thing is, of course, it has straps so it can go on your back. If you have extra stuff you want to carry and you don't want to carry it in your hands or on your one shoulder, you can easily carry them in your backpack. Thank you so much for watching this video till the end. If you found some of those tips and some of those products helpful, please don't forget to like this video. Please share if there are some other mini items that I missed but you use all the time when you go on your trips. I would love to know what they are. Leave it in the comments below. Please don't forget to subscribe to my channel and click that notification button so that you can see some future videos for other travel items and travel essentials that I bring with me on all of my trips. Thank you and see you soon.